Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. How are you? My name is Tiffany. We do anything related to fiber arts on this channel, and today we are doing kind of, I guess, a ritual at this point. We do this every season, but I'm going to be talking about all my fall knitting plans. Last time we did my summer knitting plans and I felt really good about it because I was talking about all these pieces I was really excited about, and looking back I actually did so many of them. I probably worked on more than half of them. It's kind of nice looking back at each season and seeing what I say I'm gonna do and what I actually do. So I'm ready because fall, I'm coming. Fall. Fall, I'm coming for you, fall. I'm so excited to be knitting up some really cute pieces. This one's going to be a little bit different. A lot of these I'm going to be talking about patterns I want to make for myself, but I'm also going to be giving like suggestions or things that are super similar in case you guys can't wait for me, because I know pattern testing and all that stuff it takes a really long time and I'm super slow. So I'll give suggestions for if you want to make it now for the fall right now at this moment. After this video comes out, then you can make it and it's all Gucci gang. So I just wanted to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know, Skillshare is one of the largest online learning communities here for creatives. Skillshare has a wide variety of classes on topics including like photography, web development, music production. They also have creative career focused classes, just some things to level up your career or start a new side hustle. Things like freelancing, entrepreneurship, UX UI design, social media marketing, and more. It's just been a really nice tool for me in my business. I'm always just trying to improve myself a little bit more. I've used Skillshare before, but there has been this new one. It's called the Notion Masterclass, Maximize Your Productivity and Organization. Recently, I've been using Notion to kind of organize my tasks. I really like Ali Abdaal's teaching style. There are really some great sections in this video, just kind of like the basics, pages and blocks, using links and backlinks. So I have a link for you guys. For the first 1,000 people, you guys can try out Skillshare and get your first month free. I just want to say thank you again for Skillshare, and let's go on with the video. So today I am wearing my typical Mohair slipover. This time I cannot, sorry, I can't show it all, but it's cute at the bottom, okay? Just trust me. This guy is honestly such a fave. I think it also kind of goes in with the fall time. Green is my love. So I think this goes really nice with like the fall season at the moment. Currently this guy is in test knitting, so hopefully it'll be out by the end of the month if we're going good. I'm really excited to see how all the test knitters are knitting it up as well, but it's just really cozy and really nice. This is knitted in one strand, like DK weight. I got it from Knit Crate gone. And then 2 strands of a drop skid silk mohair that is just in like their green color, but they came out with like a parrot green, which is like so similar to my knitting for olive green, my clover green. So honestly, this is knit up really quickly. We love 2x2 ribbing now for some reason. I'm like really into that. I like need to make more stuff that's 2x2 ribbing, and I used to hate it. So I don't know, maybe we'll see a little bit more of that in the fall season. Okay, so these are the things I like literally have to do. If I don't do them, I'll probably be a little bit sad with myself for the fall, but I just wrote it in a book so I would remember. Okay, first off, okay, so I keep hearing red is in. Red is where it's going, and I think red is also really timeless. I think if you go with like a really vibrant bright red, that is just going to be in your wardrobe honestly like forever. My mom has this really nice mohair red cardigan, which I love to death. I feel like it still works to this day, and she got it like 30 years ago. I keep seeing like people talking about like red leather is coming back. Like if you want like a pop of whatever, you should get like a red leather bag, or like red leather shoes, like burgundy and all that stuff, but also just bright red. The plan is I want to make a really basic like red sweater. I think I saw, like if you've seen Emma Chamberlain, like she kind of rocks like when you tie it with like a red t-shirt, like you look like you're ready to go find like Winnie the Pooh kind of thing. I low-key, okay, made an order from Drops. No one hurt me, but just like understand it's because they're having a sale, one, and two, I bought things that I needed for projects that I'm working on now kind of thing. So I had lost yarn chicken with my Nora cardigan. I don't have that mohair either, so we have to finesse it and find a lilac one that's gonna match. So Drops is having a mohair sale if you want to get on that. I bought a bunch of Drops Fable in their red color because the red looked really gorgeous. I'll be really sad if the color doesn't match. I got some red yarn that I got from Germany, and I thought that it would be the perfect sweater color. And so I've like been testing out colors so far. This is the stock yarn that I got from Germany. This is some red that I got from Color Mart. They were doing, I bought like a ton of mystery yarn, and it came with like, honestly, like just the right amount of red. And then I bought this guy from Knit City like a really long time ago. It was a year ago. I bought this at Knit City, and I'm pretty sure it's meant to be used for weaving things, but I cannot imagine myself ever weaving something this bright red and like gorgeous. So I was like, you know what, might as well mix it in together, because I think this is half a pound. It says it's 1,680 yards. So that's like more than enough that I need for a sweater. And so we've just been testing it. I tried out a baby swatch on 4mm, but I feel like I want to go a little bit bigger, so that's why I want the Drops Fable to just make it like a little bit more chunkier and just look just even more. I want that stitch definition to really come in, and I think the look without mohair is going to be something, I think it's just going to look really nice. Just like this, it's super defined, and not saying that I'm going away from mohair, okay? But I think it's a nice to have variation, because I swear, like last year and the year before that, I literally was only knitting things with mohair, and this is double mohair. So we need to have different stuff. Going on with kind of like really bright colors, you guys know I got that really bright green. I feel like a bright blue would also work lovely. So I finally am starting this. I think I talked about it in a winter knittings video, saying that I was gonna start this, but I, for some reason, just never really got the motivation to. But this is just going to be a basic sweater as well. I'll post like pictures of like red, so it's red, this is my inspiration for the red sweater, and then I'll also post just like, this is my inspiration for the blue. So you guys know I love Brittany Bathgate, and she wore this like maybe 2 years ago. It's probably not in anymore, but I honestly don't care because I love this blue. This is the electric blue in Double Sunday by Suniscarn. I actually have never really worked up Double Sunday, and I have this, and it has been working up so good. She has been so good to me, so I'm really excited to work it up. Again, I'm going to be making my own pattern because I just feel like PetiteKnit, love you girl, but the Marseille sweater is just 4mm of pure agony, and I don't like how it starts up. Like the cast on, it's just like not my favorite. So we're gonna be making my own sweater, and I think it'd be really nice to have like a nice little basic sweater. Like I don't want to make two of the same sweater, so I'm kind of contemplating on how I would like to make it. Like this one for sure, your basic crew neck, you gotta have a nice double folded neckline, I think really long ribbing as well. And then honestly, maybe I could do like 2x2 ribbing. I could do a V-neck for this guy. I could do, I don't know, a cardigan. PetiteKnit for some reason just keeps doing these red cardigans, and I'm like, why girl? I get it, but like why? So yeah, I've been knitting this on 5mm, and it like honestly, like with the Double Sunday, it's still really beautiful, and my tension is really good. I just feel like 4mm would have really murdered my hands. Next, I don't know why, but we're kind of in like this tunnel vision for like dark academia, like sweaters. I've been like all over Pinterest just like looking, and I feel like no one's really done any cable sweaters that I'm like absolutely in love with. I mean, obviously except the Moby sweater. PetiteKnit is like not coming out with another cable, so it's like ruining me. So I really would love I really want in my wardrobe a Raglan cable sweater. I am like weirdly super excited about this one. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna chart it, like, or grid chart it. It just seems so complicated, but I really, really want to do it because I've tried looking on Ravelry, kind of haven't found anything I'm like super excited about. I saw one from Sorry Nordland and it was okay, but I'm kind of feeling, again, Brittany Bathgate, she's a bad influence on me, but she has worn these really nice cable raglans, really chunky, kind of oversized. She also has this really nice navy one. So I'm feeling like I kind of want to do something like that. I kind of want to do maybe like a dark gray, maybe like I want two types of cables. I want like a dark gray one and then I want like a cream one, but then I have the Moby. We're like all over the place with that one, but so I have a bunch in this color. It's whole scar and super soft. It's in the color Slate. I think this would be such a really nice, such a beautiful color for like a cabled sweater. And then I also have this guy in graphite. So it's a little bit darker, so I'm a little worried that the stitch definition for all the cables might not look as great. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to find either like a thicker yarn, because this is like either combining these two, which I would think would be nice. This again is 500, so I could hold this double, hold this another one, and then maybe hold a mohair, try to make it at least a 5mm, which would be lovely. Maybe even like a 6, I think, is the goal, and just have like a really simple raglan, kind of have German short rows. Just beautiful. I love, for some reason, like a really chunky raglan. Like, your girl's not doing the one. We're doing maybe like 5 in the middle. I think just the ideas are coming to me and I really want to do it. I just think I will probably want to die because cables, but I think if it's beautiful enough, I can like push through. Just because, yeah, I've never seen, again, weirdly enough, a raglan. I don't know if that's just because like people don't do it, or maybe it's like too hard, but I feel like it would be easier because then you're only ever knitting on the front, you know what I'm saying? So we're hoping, add a little double moss situation, a little baggier. I loved the Moby sweater. It was just kind of like tight, like the positive ease just wasn't big enough for me, and we need like a really chunky, beautiful either dark guy. And then I also really would love like a cream one. So this, sorry, this is like the ugliest thing, but super chunky. I think this is like an Aran, maybe a little bit bigger than a worsted. I got this from Knit Crate. It's the Simply Wool Aran. Oh yeah, sorry, it's an Aran weight. They were just having like a really big sale, so I just got like a bunch of them. So maybe that could be another cable as well. Okay, next I have been, this is like kind of on the list, but not necessarily like must do, because I haven't really thought of a yarn that I could use, but I really love striped sweaters. Don't get me wrong, again, we love like the Leon sweater PetiteKnit does, like the Marseille sweater, beautiful, beautiful stripes, but I really want to make like a black and white one, kind of very similar to my Friday tee, but like in a sweater version. I think there's a specific designer, or maybe whatever, I kept seeing it in Paris and like just Europe, people wearing these like beautiful striped sweaters, but kind of like the stripes going like midway, only about, sorry, halfway to like maybe your waist, and then full on just like the longest rib of your life, and then turtleneck stripe. Does this make sense? I'll post pictures. So I really want to make one. I think I've seen something super similar that people have been making. Maybe it's by Sunnisgarn. I'll show you an image and the pattern name, and I'll also link it down in the description. But I kind of want to make a pattern like that for myself. I think just something a little bit more, I don't want to say like high fashion, but kind of just something like really classy. Again, we're here for the class, but that was just kind of on the fence. Just like, if that happens, that'd be fun, but if it doesn't happen, I'm also totally okay with it just not happening for the fall. But I think it'd be perfect for the fall. Perfect, just with like, just like an Aran would be so yummy. Like you don't even need mohair at that point. And I really want to try, I'm going to be buying some alpaca folgetrad by Suniscarn. I really want to try how that works up because it's an alternative for mohair, and I think if I like that, honestly, maybe we're going to use it more in the future. And I really like it because one skein comes with like 400 meters, so you honestly don't even have to buy that many. Next thing on my list, black. I need to start. I need at least a chunky kind of black cardigan, not chunky, but like, you know, like an Aran weight black cardigan, and then a black turtleneck. So those two, and then maybe a black slipover. If we can do those three, I will be very happy. If I could make 3 different patterns for that, that would be so cool. But again, it's like a really basic like stockinette vibe. I might just end up doing like another boyfriend slipover from my collection just to have for myself, because I did give the navy one to my boyfriend and I do want to take new photos. And then you could do cardigan number 8. I would love to add a new cardigan into my collection. And then maybe for turtleneck, the chestnut sweater would also be really nice. But again, the 4mm murder me. I think I'm looking for something a little bit more chunkier. Don't get me wrong, I love a good like fingering weight and a mohair, but it is quite light and I want something like thicker. So I think I have some drops Lima, probably go with like a mohair or one strand of fingering weight yarn, and I will be Gucci gang. Next thing, turtlenecks. So I don't know, I haven't seen anyone really make any turtlenecks like this, but this is my inspiration. It's Brittany Bathgate, as always. I still have my Knitting for All Heavy Merino in, I think, Nordic Beach, and I've been meaning to make something with it, and I think this would be the perfect project. So just kind of like a mock V-neck, turtleneck kind of thing. It doesn't go like flips around, but it just goes really nicely around the neckline, and then it kind of like folds over like an overlap. Just a 2x2 kind of look, long 2x2, long 2x2 for the edging, and I think that would knit up really lovely. Contemplating again with the mohair, we might add it, we might not. If we can start it up, that'd be really nice, but I have been seeing that I've been running out of needles because I've just been using up so many of my 5s and my 6s, so I'll probably have to invest a little bit more in some of the bigger ones. If you guys don't know, I am having a SeeKnit pre-order, so if you go to my website, you can see all the SeeKnits that I am planning on ordering. It ends September 21st. Once I order it, it takes about, I think, it said 4 weeks to get to me, and then it takes me a little bit to ship. So I'm just doing it this way because I don't really know how many orders I'm gonna get. I just want to make sure that I'm not over purchasing, and this way I can kind of gauge what people are wanting and then kind of lower the quantity, lower the selection into something that I can actually maintain. And I'm really excited for everyone to get them, and I'm excited to order some for myself. Also, I guess in shop news, we've added buttons. I've been adding so many like cute little things to the shop. We're adding zippers, and my plan is I want to start adding those cables that you can put on your knits. I just need to figure out the logistics of it, but once I do, it's definitely going in the shop just because I love them and they're so nice. But honestly, I feel like I can't really find them in a lot of local yarn stores, so your girl's gonna be that for us Canadian and US girlies, because I find that when I want to buy it from PetiteKnit, like the shipping is really expensive, and then I have to order more stuff for her, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Another thing that I've been really excited about, we don't really need this to happen again. This is me just being ambitious. I feel like if it doesn't work out, I'll just talk about it in the winter one again. But I would love to do kind of like a cardigan top set. It has been my dream ever since I did my spring cardigan set. Oh, I don't even know what the name is anymore. But it's such an old pattern. I really would love, because if you guys have seen Kate, love that cardigan. If we could make it with that black cardigan that I was talking about before, that would be so stunning. But I feel like you can't really see it is my issue. So I might just have to make 2, but that would be so much. So I don't know. I would love to do a cardigan set that comes with like a little tanky top pattern with it. I love set like things, so that would be super fun. Maybe in like a brown as well would also be fun, but your girl doesn't have that many hands, so we're really gonna have to pick and choose from this stuff. Whereas in the summer knits, those guys are really short, right? Because it's only like a little tank, whatever. These are full-on sweaters, so I'm hoping that making them like 5mm and above, we can get them done and really be really happy with my wardrobe. I don't pick my knits up as much as I would like, so I really want to create a wardrobe that I am super in love with. Also, I'm going to be revamping a lot of my old patterns, so if you guys see a lot of updates or emails about it, just don't mind them. I'm redoing the format of all of my patterns and hopefully like taking nice photos and stuff, so I'm trying to add and kind of create the collection that I've always wanted to. Putting that on Ravelry and putting that on my website is kind of like my main goal as of right now. But again, if you can't really wait for any of my patterns, I think the Ava cardigan is such a stunning classic piece. I think it would be the perfect kind of cardigan go-to for this fall season, and it's honestly super beautiful, and I love the double ripping that she does. Probably will buy the baby version, and I'm kind of wanting to buy the storm sweater baby version as well. I've seen so many people do the storm sweater, and I love it in her light gray version. It's just so stunning. So if I wasn't so dedicated to making my own patterns, those two probably would have been on my list. Same with like the Sonya sweater. I really liked her version with the Danish yarn that she uses. Last but not least, this guy, if we can do it, would be stunning. But not gonna lie, it took me like 2 hours last night just to wind up like such a little section. So if you guys don't know, I hand dye yarns. Hand dyeing yarns is really fun. When I dye them, they usually come with like an extra little piece of yarn that's tied around them to keep them from tangling within itself. If you twist them back into the hank, it sticks out and it's like super ugly. So I usually cut them. I saw Sunday Fiber Co do it, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing that now. It was super wasteful to like throw them away or anything, so I decided to just keep all of the little scrap pieces. And then when Lark Bayer, when she came out with her book, I thought it would be the perfect kind of way to not have to cut strips and then just tie them. So all the strips are kind of like cut for me because I'm cutting them off of my hanks, and then I don't waste the yarn, and then I can make a beautiful sweater with all the yarn that I've dyed. This is how it looks like so far. I put it in my typical pouch and purse. If you guys don't know, the pattern is out for Patreons. I will be putting it out hopefully in soon. I'm thinking, again, I really want to make a kit for this guy, so that's why it's been a little bit on the slow end. I'm really excited. So this is just all of the scraps that I have. It's really time consuming having to wind them up in the ball, but I was able to do this much, and it took so long. It took me so long. So this is gonna be me talking about this, is me putting this out into the universe, and hopefully, I don't want to say by the end of winter, but honestly, if we could get like beginning of spring, if we could do something with this, that would be lovely. I think a lot of, for some reason, my scraps like kind of just work together, like the color scheme of it all. So I'm not really worried about it, but I am worried. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I was reading over the Lark Bayer pattern book, and I'm not too sure if I'm really in love with her shaping of a lot of her pieces. I don't know why, but she kind of starts, oh yeah, with her pieces again, she starts bottom up, which immediately just murders my soul. And then she also does like these German short rows at the edge, so it like curves in. And then you have to do the arms separately and then put them up together. So I'm thinking again, maybe just making my own pattern. We might just like do something like that, and I could have like a scrap pattern of my own. Again, it's just like a bunch of look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Just like a bunch of scrap yarn that you just put together. I'm really happy to use up all the scraps that I've just had for such a really long time. It's really nice to not have to waste any yarn and have them have their own. Maybe I'll do an update every video, let you know how big the ball gets. I have tried knitting with it using like different strands. I used one fingering, and then I thought that was kind of too small. Might do like an Aran weight yarn. But I also was thinking maybe holding this double to make it like a DK weight, so then there's more like color variation. I'm not too sure. It's gonna be a long process. I have been wanting to make like a scrap sweater for such a long time, so I do definitely need to start doing doing things that I say I'm gonna do. And then finally, so if you guys don't know, Inga announced that she is gonna have a baby, and you guys know if you're gonna have a baby, I'm gonna knit something for that baby. Reached out to her, asked if I can knit her something, and she said that she's been looking to have a Selma sleep suit by PetiteKnit. Fingers crossed, fingers so crossed that we can do it. It's such a big piece. I am so worried, but I think I'm gonna order some drops to add into the shop and maybe get some either like drops Wish or drops Sky. I don't remember which one it is, but I'm hoping to get some of that because I really do like the fluffiness of it all, and I've never tried it, and I think it'd be really nice to have it in the shop. Your girl really wants to become the Canadian wool warehouse, because why not is the number 1 answer. And 2, I think it would be just really nice to grow the collection of drops and just have it available again for us Canadian and US girlies, okay? We can't keep giving the UK and Europe all this money. We got to keep it within the family. I'm literally kidding, but also not really, because I was also looking at yarn stores and I feel like they don't have really big selections of drops, and I need to be that girl. It's a lot of money and a lot of investment, so we're a little worried about it. We might just start a little small. Even having like a little bit of Sunnis yarn is so much for me already. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys don't know, I stream 1 p.m. PST Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're posting semi-regularly videos here up on YouTube. I am again on Instagram. We have a Discord, so if you guys want to join that, and I have a Patreon if you want to support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and push the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post next, and I will see you guys in the next one.